Are you struggling with anxiety and nothing you do seems to work? Stay here because I will debunk 7 myths about anxiety and I will give you a strategy on how to manage anxiety at the end of the video. My name is Anelis and I'm a mental health counselor. So let's begin. Some papers to make it more entertaining. Anxiety is our enemy. This is a myth. Anxiety is not our enemy. Even though it is uncomfortable, it is a natural reaction to things that happen outside. So anxiety is fear. It is prolonged fear, and so it can become disruptive in our lives. But it is not the enemy. It is something that we need to learn how to manage. So the point is not to cure anxiety. The point is to manage anxiety so it does not control your life. Next. Anxiety is only a mental problem. It is not a mental problem alone. This is a myth because it involves the body as well. So everything is connected. And whatever we think about or perceive from the world or the future will become a reaction in the body. So the body responds to what we think. And this can involve a reactive amygdala in the brain, an overreactive sympathetic nervous system, and the activation of the stress hormone, like cortisol. All right, thinking positive will get rid of anxiety. So this is a myth because thinking positive only will not get rid of anxiety. So it could be something that helps, but it's not the only strategy you should use. Anxiety is not only about thoughts, it's also about how your nervous system reacts. If you have anxiety, you're weak. This is a myth. Anxiety does not mean someone is weak because anxiety is a protective mechanism. That's a natural thing for the brain and the body. In fact, many people who experience anxiety are highly aware, so your system is trying to protect you. Next, medication is the only treatment for anxiety. So this is a myth in the sense that it's not the only treatment for anxiety. It could help in very severe cases if your doctor evaluates you and decides that it's something you need, but medication is not the only treatment for anxiety. In fact, people learn how to regulate their nervous system with many strategies, coping mechanisms, and because they also make it a habit in their lives. And people can also go to therapy and learn ways to calm down the nervous system so it's not reactive all the time. Distraction gets rid of anxiety. Well, this is a myth because distraction can help make you be focused on another thing. And of course, you're not going to feel anxious because you're distracted. But it's something that will not help you regulate your nervous system. It's something that will take your attention away, but then you come back and it's the same thing. It's just the way that you respond to uncertainty, stress at work, or financial situations. You need to learn how to respond to those events instead of distracting alone. It can help, but then you need to learn how to respond differently from a more calm and balanced way. And final one, anxiety is something you're born with. It is true that we are born with the ability to feel emotions like sadness, fear, anger, joy, but anxiety is when that fear becomes prolonged and chronic, right? When your system, maybe as a child, learned to protect itself so much that it does it every day because it has fear that something is going to happen, maybe similar to what happened in childhood. And of course, there could be some biological sensitivity, but anxiety is also shaped by experiences and, of course, learned patterns. And the good news is that it's not fixed and it can be changed or modified. And before I end the video, I wanted to share a strategy for you. I'm sure you've learned about deep breathing or box breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, and many other tools. But I wanted to give you a tip for you for daily life, and not just when you're home, but when you're outside doing things at work, school, or just being out walking. One of the most important things for anxiety, to manage anxiety, is to use your senses, because our senses help the brain ground itself. It's like an anchor for anxiety, right? So I recommend that you choose one thing to take with you every day to help you regulate, or not only when you're anxious, but whenever you want to feel that object, or maybe if it's auditory, you choose a song or a smell that you like, as like essential oil that you can carry, or something you can touch, or something that is comfortable for you. And that way you can learn that that object or that thing is something that helps you regulate. Of course, at the beginning, later your system is not going to be so reactive. You might not need it anymore. But at the beginning, if you're struggling with anxiety every day, that can help you. That could be a good tool, because remember, the senses help the brain ground itself. I hope this video helped you, and if you think it can help someone else, you can share it. And if you haven't, please subscribe so you can learn more tools and more strategies to help you manage anxiety, stress, depression, all these topics that are very common right now in society. And of course, we can learn to regulate ourselves and live a healthy and happy life. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.